All right, we're a little bit early, but it's for a reason. I got to get out of here to go get Bernie here pretty soon, but also having some glitchiness computer fucking issues, but it is what it is, whatever. But Eric, I think we should probably get started so we can get this party started. It looks like the Twitch is working. Not even going to bother with
Mhm.
it. If you're on Twitch or you're on YouTube, I'm not bringing up the links, but one at a time, so that way we can get through this without any issues. Hopefully. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started. Eric, what do you say? And
Mhm.
break will be here pretty soon. We're starting early. We just kind of want to get the news out of the way. That's the biggest brunt of what's going to cause me issues. So here we go. And welcome everybody to episode 845 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohort, Eric the Great. Breakman will be here soon. We started early without Break because we want to get this news. I've been having some computer issues. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get things started. That's it. Eric, so what do you say we just get started with the news here?
Yeah. RPG News.
All right, Eric, you are up. I'm not going to be bringing the news stories up just to let everybody know. Like I said, I've been having some computer issues, but they will be taken care of fairly shortly after the show. I know exactly what to do. All right, Eric, first story,
For
please.
stories from RPG sites, Warframe for Android launches on February 18th. Switch 2 version launch Q1 of 2026 with 1080p 60 FPS support. So that's nice for Switch 2 owners.
Yep.
Um, Also, the game's next update, the Shadow Grapher, will be coming probably around the same time frame.
Very cool. Very cool. All
And
right,
there's apparently mouse controls if you want to play it that way, but it's a
mm,
third-person shooter though, so I don't know how all that will work.
yeah. All right. Anything else, Eric?
Nope.
All right, Villian Code releases for PlayStation 4 and 5 and Switch 1 and 2 in Japan on the 25th of June. So if you're excited for that, it's coming out the 25th. There's some screenshots. You guys aren't missing much if you're in Twitch or if you're on the YouTube side of things. All right, Eric, next story, please.
Next story is Utorare Ruromono, Past and Present Rediscovered is got a release date, and it's going to launch globally on Steam on May 22nd. Weird that there's going to be no console release, at least eminently, but maybe it'll launch on the Switch 2 in the West. It's like probably 6 months later, but um, this is the most recent game in the series, and it's weird because the previous game was called Monochrome Mobius. It was handled by a different localization group, and that's how and they don't have the rights to the Utarara name, but they basically literally translated it, and that title basically translates to Monochrome Mobius. That's why it's called that.
Hmm. Okay. Eric, question for you, sir. Are you recording this episode by chance?
Um, no, but I
Hello?
can get it going.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it, Eric. I'll just have to download it later and whatever. Looks like we're disconnected from OBS. It's trying to get connected
Yeah,
again.
OBS is bullshit program. It doesn't want to play nice most of
Mm,
the time.
yeah, sometimes it does that. All right, next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Final Fantasy 9, 8, 3, 3D remake, and 4 3D remaker now available on GOG. So if you were trying to play those games and wondering when they were going to be on GOG, Eric, you there?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Um, I'm just gonna have to get the recording after the show, Eric. I can't bring up any. I know what the issue is, but it is what it is.
fine. I'll do
Hey,
all
are
of
we
them.
up on? Yeah. No, I did the Final Fantasy one. Go ahead and go with Dear Me, Eric.
Yeah, we're grind. We're live on Twitch if you're asking that. But
Okay, good.
for RPG site, interactive adventure game Dear Me, I Was is coming to Switch, Steam, iOS, and Android on February 12th. And this is previously a Switch 2 exclusive. It's only $8. And it's a short visual novel type experience.
All right.
That's it for that.
I'm trying to get to the Twitch. Where are we at here? Twitch chat. The hell. All right, I'm gonna stop Twitch and then I'll start it again. Hold on. There we go. All right, I got Twitch started again. All right. Next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Maid of Salvation is now available. What the heck, man? OBS, what is wrong with you? um, all right. RPGsite.net. Maid of Salvation now available for the Switch. It's discounted 15% for $12.74 until February 11th. Eric, can you just do the rest of the news stories, dude?
Yes.
That way I can take care of business here.
All right. But the next article is also from RPG. Turn based RPG People of Note is coming to the Switch too. And this is an article for voice cast people, but that's the real news here. It's coming to this platform. But it doesn't say when it's coming out, just that it's coming out this year. But that's it for that. So the next article is 2D action RPG Under the Island launches on February 17th for PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Switch, and PC. And it's kind of got Zelda vibe, but you're playing as a character who is a girl who fights with the hockey stick.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Freak 5, can you give me confirmation? Can you hear me in the Twitch chat? Having some issues today. All right, buddy. Anything else on that one?
Nope.
All right,
But
next.
next story is Borderlands 4 for Switch 2 has been indefinitely delayed.
Oh, fuck.
Because when it's kind of hard to put a game to a platform like the Switch 2 when your PC and PS5 and Xbox versions of your game all run like ass already. Getting it that ass unoptimized piece of shit to work on the Switch 2 is probably a challenge.
Yeah.
Which tells me that they shouldn't have launched the game when they did. Probably need another year.
Yeah. I don't understand, man. Like if you're not developing specifically for the Switch 2, take your time. Fuck, man.
But
Like,
but it's not just a
I mean, it's
Switch
not
2.
that hard of
It's not just a Switch 2 version, no. The PS5, PC, and Xbox versions all play like shit.
well, I mean, then they all play like shit. I mean, just take your time and make it better. I mean,
Yeah, that's
fuck,
why I
man.
said they shouldn't have released it when they did.
Yeah. All right, next story, Eric.
Next story is Paranormal Site: The Mermaid's Curse, which is the next Paranormal Site game. It's coming to February 19th. I can't believe they just stealth announced this game. It's coming out in a few weeks.
I know. I know.
But it's the sequel to Paranormal Site, and that game has a subtitle, but I forget what it's called. But
Mermaid's Curse.
no, the first one was, I think it was
Oh,
the Severed Mysteries of Hongo was with the subtitle.
got
But,
you.
it's coming to iOS, Android, Switch, and PC via Steam. And the original game on Switch is currently only $5 on the eShop. So if you want to check it out, it's really cheap.
All right. Next story, Eric.
Next story is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been dated for Switch 2 and the Xbox Series X and S. It's coming out June 3rd. And it'll also be launching with the streamlined progression. It's basically just a bunch of cheats to make the game stupid easy, which is wonderful for me because I couldn't get the platinum on the PS5 because the arena challenges that you have to do for the hardcore challenges are ridiculously difficult. So having those available might make me be able to get the platinum a lot simpler because I don't want to fucking take the time to get good at that because it's too hard.
Yeah. All right.
I'll probably
story.
just turn on the kill everything with 99 damage, 9,999 damage attacks
Yeah.
just to get through that crap.
If you're just joining, we're speed running through the news stories here because I'm having some computer issues. Go ahead. Next story.
Also because it's stupid huge, much like Remake, the game is a key card on the Switch too, but it does come with like goodies to kind of make up for it, like another magic card.
I guess. All right. Next story, Eric.
Next story: Digimon Time Stranger is coming to Switch and Switch 2. The Switch 2 version is a key card, but you could buy the Switch version and then get the free upgrade for the Switch 2 edition.
That's the way to do it, man.
Also, it's launching alongside the ability. They're finally adding performance mode to the game, and PS5 and Xbox versions will be getting a patch the same day when it launches.
Cool. All right. Next story, Eric.
Next story is Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn edition for Switch 2, which is also a key card, which sucks because you can't just get a Switch version and upgrade it later for free. I don't know why they did it like that, but it's annoying that the game's it says it's targeting 60 FPS during cutscenes, but field exploration battles and skits will target 30 FPS, which is kind of like them playing conservative, just like they did with Digimon Time Stranger. But that was a different development team. But like it seems to be the case for a lot of Banco releases. Like they just want to push a game out and maybe do a performance mode later. Because like dock mode should at least be able to run close to 60 or at least a 40 FPS mode like Cyberpunk, but whatever.
Yeah. All right. Next story, Eric.
Next story is Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok, which is just an expansion of the original game. It's not a new game entirely. But since it's hitting Switch 2, it's going to be a complete package deal. And since there is new content, you have to pay for it. But if you just want the upgrade kit from the PS4 and 5 version, it's going to cost you $30.
Yeah. All right. Is that it, Eric?
Oh, NPC, I guess. But there's some pre-order bonus stuff, but that's it. Yeah. But the next article is Dosa Diva's One Last Meal launches on April 14th for Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and Steam. Wonder if it'll be a Switch 2 upgrade at some point or some kind of patch that makes it run better. But This game looks kind of neat, but it's launching at $20, so won't break the bank if you buy it. But that's really it for the article. So moving on, Dread Delusion. What?
Oh, which one? Oh, Dread. Did you already do the Dosa Divas?
Yeah,
All
you
right.
didn't catch me.
I missed it, Eric, but it looks good, Eric, and
I'm
it's got
too
a different.
fast.
What's that?
Either I'm too fast or your shit's going crazy again.
No, it's okay now. I got things good to go. Eric.
Retro 3D open world RPG Dread Delusions coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch 2 2026 spring. This is basically a Kingsfield like. And the next RPG from the developer called Entropy is also set to release in the same year for the PC and probably similarly be getting a console version at some point in 2027. But it says PlayStation, so that means PlayStation 4 and 5. Okay, so that's really it for that article. Another Eden Begins, which is basically the offline version of Another Eden. And this was originally a free-to-play mobile game that was available on both PC and smart and mobile devices. But this is the offline version with all the content and all the microtransaction shit removed.
Yeah.
But it's noted for having a script by Masato Kato, who's the writer for Chrono Trigger. And the fact that there's a frog character in the game really speaks to that.
That's really cool, man. I mean, now I'm interested.
I think Another Eden did have a Chrono Cross crossover at some point, too.
Take a quick look at this game. Sorry I can't put up the video for you, Freak 5, right now, but if you want to take a look at it, it's called Another Eden Begins, and it's looking pretty good, man. I mean, there's not a lot of gameplay stuff, but they just did show a couple of quick animations of what the battles would look like and stuff. It looks cool. So very cool. All right, I think that's it for the news, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. Breakman's going to be a little late, just to let everybody know.
When's he never late?
What's that?
When is he never late? Well, when is he early? I mean,
well, he's usually on time, man, but he's going to be a little late today. It's no big deal. So let's move on to first. Is there any homie discounts? Do you have any homie discounts, Eric?
Yes. The PlayStation Plus free games for the month for the lowest tier, at least the lowest tier, are out now. I forget what they were, but I'm gonna say I didn't message you about this, so maybe I could pull it up real quick.
Oh, you mean yeah? Go ahead, Eric. You mean the PlayStation freebies?
Yeah. No, it's too deep. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
But we'll get back to it.
All right. Let's see. Where the hell? I can't even see the freebies on my thing here.
Here we go. Undisputed.
Oh,
Subnautica Below Zero, and Ultros, and Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown.
Yeah, isn't that one of the last PS4 games they're going to be offering?
Yeah, I think they're nixing that in March.
Okay.
Or maybe a little bit later than that, but definitely March or May, one of those 2 months.
Yeah. And
I think they're still going to do PS4 games, but they're going to be like cross-gen only. They're not going to be just PS4.
I got you. Cool. Found an article with a bunch of Japanese name, and tell Break you saved it for him. You know what? We had one earlier. You know that Utawen Amaro game, or however you pronounce it, Eric? I wanted him to read that, but whatever. It's a lot of fun to hear him struggle with those. All right, let's move on to
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know what you've been playing, Eric.
I'm playing The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon. I finished it. A little bit issue trying to beat the game because the game had crashing issues that were persistent, meaning that it happened at the exact same point in the cutscene that it was crashing in. And no matter what I did, I even tried deleting the game or installing it because I thought maybe like the broken files that were causing it to crash were fixed in the update, but they were somehow unsuccessfully purged when the update happened.
Yeah.
But that didn't work. Apparently, a workaround was to force myself to play in very easy mode, which was fine because there are no difficulty-based achievements beyond beating the game on Nightmare, and you usually save Nightmare for a second run anyways because you probably still need to clean up all the other achievements. So I'll probably just do that and skip all the cutscenes so I don't have to worry about the game crashing.
Yeah.
But that's only for the PS4 and 5 version, which is kind of disgusting when you think about when this game originally launched a year ago in 2024 in September in Japan, and only slightly over a year later that hasn't been resolved. Maybe something with the localization reintroduced that bug or something. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
But another thing that was weird is that I know this isn't the case with the Windows, but I'm not sure what the case with Switch 2 or Switch versions are. But for whatever reason, the credits to the game weren't localized, so I couldn't tell who made the game during the credits sequence. And it might be due entirely to the fact that it might have been a video file that was playing, and they just didn't swap it out. But there was also no localization credits, which was really odd.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's buried in the title screen in the archive section, and that's what you have to do to look at the localization credits. But maybe that will get fixed in a patch, along with the crashing issues and a couple of typos that still persist in the game. There's another issue in the game that affects. It's another bug that Falcom never bothered to fix or whatever, but it's tied to your characters that can transform in a battle. Whenever you transform and then use an S-Craft, the cooldown for the S-Craft's broken and it just won't work until you revert and have retransform again. It's really weird.
Freak Five's been playing Crystal Project. What else you been playing, Eric?
But I started playing a little bit of another game I can't talk about yet.
Ah, okay.
I wanted to check out a bit more of Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined because that came out, but I didn't have time today.
Yeah. I didn't get my copy yet, so I won't get mine. It says till the 13th, but like you said, it might show up tomorrow. I've been playing. I played a little bit of Octopath again. I'm just slowly slogging along in that game. I mean my ability to play video games has been drastically reduced over the past couple of months. I played a game called just started a game called Endling, which is pretty interesting. It's got a really nice art visual style. It's a game about a fox with 4 cubs. One of them gets taken, and the fox basically the mom fox has to teach her cubs at the same time, give them food, hunt for food and shit. It's pretty good. It's I don't know. It's a different type game. It's a little stressful though. I mean, I didn't think that game would be that stressful, but it is. And then you have to get back to your den by the end of the night. And man, it's got time limits, which is not always the best thing in video games, I don't think. And then I played a little tiny bit of the TMNT collection, Eric. I played the fighting games that are on there, which, man, playing on without a fight stick, they're next to impossible to play with a regular controller. I have to get into the brawling games, but Freak 5 is Exile, you son of a bitch.
The third TMNT game for the Game Boy is funny to me because there's a typo right near the end of the game before you fight the final boss where Splinter tells you to get ready for Buttle. instead of battle.
Buttle. Yeah, Buttle. Get ready for Buttle. Yeah. And that's about it. Let's move on to reviews.
RPGrinders reviews.
Eric, you got a bunch of reviews up on the feed, which are pretty interesting. You did one for Metroid 4. What else did
Prime
you?
4, not Metroid 4.
Well, you know what I'm saying, Eric. When I
Well,
say
Metroid
Metroid
4 is Fusion, by the way.
Whatever, Eric. It doesn't say Metroid 4 Fusion. It just says Metroid Fusion.
Actually, it does. If you watch the intro, it says Metroid 4.
Not on the
Metroid
packaging.
Fusion.
Not on the packaging anywhere that I've ever seen. All right, Eric, let me correct the record. Metroid Prime 4. You got a review for that. What else?
I did a review for the Switch 2 edition of Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Son of a bitch. 5.
What do you mean, son of a
No, Freak 5, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Anyways, the other review is for The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon for the PS. I covered the PS4 and 5 and Switch 2 versions of that game.
Yeah. Freak 5 says your arthritis probably. I have arthritis, but not in my fingers yet, thankfully, Freak 5. He says, I watched Raccoon earlier this week. It was so bad.
Well, it's about a raccoon that does crack, or is it about a raccoon that gets other people to do crack?
He does. The raccoon does crack, I'm assuming. It's kind of like a cocaine bear, you know. He said it was entertaining, though. I'm sure it was. That one looks actually kind of fun. Freak 5. Some of those other ones are ridiculous. Like they had a cocaine shark one or meth shark. I can't remember.
What cocaine Sharknado. Watch that one.
Exactly. All right. So I have a review. I have a review of a movie called 1978. And this is an interesting movie. It's an Argentinian movie, so it's in Spanish with subs, obviously. And it revolves around a group of people that have kidnapped another group of people. So it's basically like, I don't know if it's a government entity that wants to find out who the communists are. You know, back in the day, Eric, when they had this big fear of communism and communists and stuff like that.
Well, it wasn't a fear so much as it was they don't want the public understanding what actual socialism was, because then they'd want it.
Oh no, it was a fear of communism and communist.
Yeah, but that was due to the propaganda machine.
Yeah, but it's still, it was a fear, and it was back in the day, back in the early, late 70s, early 80s. There was this big fear, but it was interesting to see the dichotomy of a foreign country going through pretty much the same thing that the United States was going through, but in a different light. And the real reason, this is what the people that like back in the day in Argentina were thinking then. It was a cover up for a lot of the domestic violence that was going on. So there's this it's kind of a running narrative throughout the movie, and it was, I don't know, it was a really well-made movie, man. I mean, it was kind of scary, but it had this wicked twist. I mean, 45 minutes of the movie is just basically this first group of people that kidnapped this other group of people, trying to find more communists by torture and all that stuff. Hey, what's up, Mossad? Nice to have you in here, man. This is our dorky show about
one thing I need to mention for homie discount, but there's a free update.
You couldn't wait till after my review, Eric?
No.
Go ahead.
But
go ahead, Eric.
I didn't know you were done. Sorry.
I'm not done. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll wait until you're done then.
Okay, thank you. So it was an interesting movie that had a wicked twist. Like, so 45 minutes of the movie is just basically this group of people torturing other people to find other communists and whatnot. And I don't want to say what the twist is, but the last half an hour is pretty pretty bonkers. Mossad says I prefer dorky over political. 100%, Mossad. I don't like to get into. I mean, I have my own political views, but they're neither Democrat nor Republican. They're just my views. But anytime that you bring a political view to the forefront, people lose their fucking minds, man. Freak Five in the Twitch chat says, but one thing Crackoon had that Cocaine Bear didn't: boobs. One scene near the end that did nothing for the story and lasts longer than it needed to was just a woman taking a shower. Oh well, I don't think there's any problems with that as long as you get your money's worth. I mean that would be the worth of the price of admission. I would say Freak Five.
And somebody on Twitter kind of described what most people why they freak out when politics are mentioned. They don't want to deal with it is because a lot of people there are just here for a party, and you're basically destroying their positive vibes. And they don't want to think about politics because they don't want to reckon with the fact that their world's full of shit.
Yeah.
And escapism is the only thing they want, and you're destroying that illusion is the last thing they want. So they
well, that's true. That's tribalism at its best, Eric, and it happens with Democrats and Republicans. I'm not talking about the people, but the politicians themselves. But we can get into that.
Or you can apply that to religious beliefs too.
Yeah. Mossad says because of politics, I watched the cheesy 80s movies, Chud. 80s movie Chud. I love that movie, Mossad. It is cheesy, but it's fun. And that's what make those movies cult classic, is just the fun factor. I also watched Cocaine Roach a couple weeks ago, Freak Vibe says. Wow. Cocaine Roach. Wow. Okay. But anyways, so the twist happens, and man, oh man, does it get batshit crazy last half an hour. It's a breezy hour and 20-minute movie. I recommend it. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, Eric. I highly recommend
it. A modern film?
Yeah, it's a modern film, but it's called 1978, and it's an Argentinian movie. It is not dubbed, subtitled, but it's a really interesting movie. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's like I said, it gets batshit crazy. If you like horror movies, you'll like this movie. I mean, that's what I'm gonna say. Last half an hour is worth the price of admission, though, and I think it's worth the rental. You can only find it like certain places. Like I know Apple has it for $10. It's worth. I think it's a worthwhile purchase of $10. So if you have an extra $10, I would. I mean, and if you like horror movies, then it's a no-brainer. Buy it. Or rent it for $5. I mean, it's not something you're going to watch over and over, but you might watch it every once in a while. It's a pretty decent movie. Tonight will be Bad Movie Night 138. Freak Five says, "Ooh, what are you watching tonight, Freak Five?" I've been watching Alien Earth, and it's recommended if it's for an alien genre. Oh, Mossad, Alien Earth is great, man. That's a good one, man. That's really good. I watched that whole thing. And they are coming out with season 2, by the way. So that's really cool. That was my review. And then we'll ask Break if he has a review when he gets on in here. I know we're kind of breezing along here, but let's move on. What's that?
We might as well do the show without Break at this point.
No. We always include Break. When he comes in, we'll let him do all his...
Well, didn't you say you had to get out of here in like 15 minutes or something?
No, I didn't say 15 minutes.
Oh, wait. You said 7 o'clock, but that's your time. So
yeah, my time, not your time, Eric. Trust me, I'll handle the show, Eric. You don't worry.
Anyways, the homie discount I want to mention is that there's a free update for Hollow Knight that makes it current gen with PS5 and the Xbox and Switch 2 versions all supporting 120 FPS with
oh shit.
120 hertz mode as well as 4K resolution.
That's fantastic. That's really cool.
I don't think you can do 4K in 120, but you could do 1080 and 120 at least.
Huh. That'd be really cool.
You might be able to do checkerboard 1440.
I don't think
and 120 though.
I think for Hollow Knight it wouldn't matter too much. It looks pretty crisp in 1080p, Eric. I don't think 4K would do much.
I don't
Different.
think the Switch version was 1080p though. I think it was 720.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, whatever. All right, let's do everybody's favorite segments.
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
Freak 5 says we need break on the show. Without break, there is no harmony. Well, no, we don't need break for that reason. We need break for break, not because of harmony. All right. Eric, did you have a stinko of the week this week?
Yeah, me and you both have a stinko with the passing of Cleavon Little.
Yeah, let me I'm gonna do it again, man, because it's so good. Cleavon Little passed away. For those who don't know who Cleavon Little, that was Lamont on Sanford and Son, and I started the show with this. I'll go ahead and play it again. Pour one out for Cleavon Little, man.
Also,
Also, you were gonna say, Eric?
there was a couple other deaths too that I want to mention that I forgot to add in there. Catherine O'Hara passed away.
Captain who?
Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, Catherine O'Hara. Yes. And if you don't know who Catherine O'Hara is, she was the Home Alone mom, Kevin McAllister's mom on Home Alone. And she's been in a ton of other things. And who else, Eric?
And the Japanese voice actor for Majin Buu. Kozo Shioa halfway as well.
All right. Yeah, man. They come in threes, Eric. They come in threes.
Well, they were separate enough that doesn't really account for much. So it's like even if you wanted to make an argument, you couldn't because they were like three separate announcements on 3 separate days.
Religious Bites is in there. Bad movie night is Transylvania 65000. Silly show. Yeah, I you know what? It's been a year since I've seen that Religious Bites, but that's yeah.
Transylvania 65000 was a funny movie.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a pretty fun movie for sure. All right. Any other stinkos, Eric?
Not that I can think of.
All right, Mossad, I'm gonna get a little political here because this is this is actually something concerning. I always talk about the First Amendment and stuff, whether it's on the main show here or whatever else. I'm a big First Amendment guy, but I do believe in the Constitution and I believe in the Second Amendment and all the amendments. Geek is in the house. What's up, Geek? That was Demond Wilson. Clemens Little was Blazing Saddles. No, Cleavon Little. Geek is his name. Desmond Wilson. I gotta verify this. Hold on. Let me see. Geek, you might be right. Hold on, Desmond.
Well, that's what he pulled up, but it's Google. It's AI probably got it wrong.
Yeah, you know what? The AI got it wrong. Holy fuck! Good correction, Geek. I stand corrected. You're 100 percent correct.
So
Demond Wilson.
Demond
Wilson is his name, not Cleavon Little. Yeah. Why? Oh man.
I keep forgetting to turn that thing off. To turn the AI search off.
Yeah, it was an AI goof, man. But yes, Demond Wilson, however you pronounce it. But yeah, he was a really funny actor. He was mostly known for obviously Sanford and Son, but just a pretty good actor and by all accounts a good guy. So thanks for the correction. Yeah, Blazing Saddles, Geek. Thank you very much. Well, I mean, according to AI, all black people look alike, man. It's like, but anyways, all Mel Brooks is good. I love Mel Brooks movies. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So my stinko has to do with something that happened. And most people are taking it out as a joke, and I didn't see it that way. So Trump said that like with the passing of well, with the murder of what's his name? Oh, man, my head is so filled with nonsense right now.
Hmm.
Alex Preddy in Minnesota. They asked Trump about it, and he said, "Well, nobody should have guns." And I'm like, I took a double take because I'm like, that's kind of the Second Amendment, dude. Like that was supposed to be our protection against a rogue government, and now you're saying that nobody should have a gun. I
Now, if
think
he
he's
said nobody should just be able to get an AK without any questions, but he didn't say
uh,
that.
well, that's not what the NRA has been telling us. That's not what the right has been telling us. And reminder, I'm not a Democrat, so this isn't a Democrat, just spewing, left wing talking points. But I just think it's dangerous. He wasn't joking. He wasn't, said it very, very matter of factly. And let's set the record straight. Just because the dude had a gun doesn't mean that he should have got killed. Okay, whether it was legal or illegal. And by the way, he had a concealed weapon license. So what is it, Republicans? Is it we love the Second Amendment and we should fight for it tooth and nail, or nobody should have guns? Which is it? That's Damon and Ron Glass did an Odd Couple series. I remember that. Geek. Yes. Was he the black sheriff? Yes, religious bites. That was Cleavon Little. Man, how can I make that mistake, man? Thank you for correcting it, Geek 100. That was awesome. But yeah,
We're
so I
fired.
was slightly disappointed in that. To be honest with you all. And nobody's talking about it. You got a few quasi left-leaning outlets talking a little bit about it, but man, that's not something to talk about. I don't think. I think the Constitution should be taken seriously all the way. But okay. Let's move on to happier thoughts. Let me get the sound clip here. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet of the week.
All right, Eric, do you have any sweetos this week?
Yeah, I kind of wish Breaker is here for this, but oh well.
He'll be here. He'll be here soon enough.
Dragon Ball is back, man. Like, it never really left, but it never really had a presence until the past 10 years. Only really a handful of releases for video games or like merch or whatever. But like when it comes to Super, there were no developments. The manga had the final arc with the superhero arc that was an adaptation of the movie, and the anime had really progressed beyond that aside from superhero, which is past the two previous arcs, which is the moral arc and the Gunal arc. And during the Genki Dama Matsuri, they announced that they'd finally be doing the Galactic Patrol arc, which is the moral arc, but they're calling it that for the sake of marketing, I guess, to not give away who the villain actually is too early. But anyways, before that's coming out in 2027, but until then, in fall 2026, this year, they're basically remaking Dragon Ball Super with each arc leading up to this new arc.
Speaking of Breakman, you wanted to talk to Breakman. Breakman, I see you in the basement there. You have your camera on. I don't know if you want it on before I put it up, buddy. Probably not. He's probably like, you want the camera on, Break? I mean, I don't care.
Anyways, they're starting with Dragon Ball Super Beerus, so that's the first arc, which is the Battle of Gods arc. And then they're definitely doing all the other ones in sequence, but they might get to the Galactic Patrol arc before they got the other ones, so they might be airing those concurrently for all. Because who knows how long it's going to take to do each one of these arcs. And some people are complaining because, like, Dragon Ball can't move forward. It's like, are you an idiot? They just announced there's going to be an arc in 2027. Shut the fuck up, man.
Breakman's in the house, man.
Mhm.
Breakman, you came just in time for Eric to talk about Dragon Ball, new Dragon Ball coming out.
Cool. He sent me the links and stuff, so yeah, I've checked that out.
Also, there's a new video game called Age Project. It doesn't. It's a tentative name, but it's called Project Age 1000, and which is interesting to note because there was a game called Dragon Ball Line that was only released in Korea, I think, and it takes place in Age 1000, which is like about 200 years after the end of the Dragon Ball series timeline.
Huh.
Yeah. All right, Breakman, let me get you caught up on everything. Okay. We did all the news. Okay.
Mhm.
Because I've been having some computer issues, which I know what the issue is, but let's see what else we do. The homie discounts, the new games for PlayStation were Ace Combat and a couple of other Undisputed and a couple of other ones. What have you been playing, Breakman, this week?
Okay, since we had a couple weeks off, I had some time to play some games, catch up, maybe finish some of these games I've been playing, like Final Fantasy Tactics or Dragon Quest III remake, Mortal Kombat. Playing that too. At least I was, and I should have been maybe trying to finish those. No, it's sad I started playing new games this past.
Cool.
I was watching the Fallout show, and I wanted to get back into the Wasteland. I missed the Wasteland. So I started playing the Fallout 76 finally.
Also, we didn't mention it in the news, but Fallout 4 is coming to Switch too.
Oh, that's good. I hope it runs.
Yeah, I know. Will it run is the question.
It will run, but it'll have tons of fucking glitches like normal.
Yeah.
You want to talk glitches? In just like the week and a half I've been playing Fallout, I've had some fun glitches.
To be expected, man.
Also, I think they also announced Oblivion remaster is also coming, as well as one more that I can't quite remember.
I'm waiting for.
Indiana Jones, but that's more machine games and not Bethesda proper.
Yeah, I'm waiting for both of those games.
And Indiana Jones is actually going to be on our cartridge, which is baffling since they did not do that for the Xbox and PlayStation 5 releases.
Wow. All right, break. Continue on, sir.
Okay, so I started playing Fallout 76, and like I said, I was going to play it eventually. I was just waiting until they'd done a lot of fixes and all the DLC had came out for it and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a free game. It's still a lot of fun. I'm enjoying going back into the Wasteland. It's a very different experience from the last time I was in the Wasteland, though, because there's more. I think, where was it? Outside of Boston, I think, is where that last game took place, or maybe it was Boston proper. But this one takes place in more of a rural area, so it's more like forests and small towns. There's no skyscrapers or anything like that. Nothing big, So it's a bit different. It's got a different leveling up system too, which is kind of weird. But I'm whatever with it so far. Still fun. But so you want to hear about some of the bugs I've had?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so let me see here. Let's go for the worst one first. It crashes regularly.
No, yeah.
Seriously, all the time. At least it's quick to get right back into the game, but it literally crashes like every time I play it.
It's only been out for like nearly a decade, and they haven't fixed crashing.
Yeah. So it keeps crashing. There's when you first start, you start in the vault and you go out into the wild. And one of the first towns you come to is like custom NPCs, and there's a shopkeeper and a quest giver. And this town, something weird keeps happening in this town. The other NPCs randomly die.
Yeah, I just walk over to him and they
have you encountered any flying glitches yet?
Hold on. I'm still talking about this glitch. So, yeah, like all the NPCs except for the quest giver and the shop owner die like suddenly, and then they'll respawn. And I'll come back to time, and then Italian, and then they'll die again. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I can't find any link to any quest or any reason for this, so they just keep dying. Eric asked about floating things. So when I go into my camp and I build my items, I can either get them inside the ground or floating about a foot above the ground. like the furniture and the tools to build and stuff like that. Yeah, so most of my stuff ends up floating above the ground. So when I go to use it, it'll take you out of the first person perspective and put you in like a side view of your character. So you see your character standing in the air, working on this table that's standing in the air. So.
Religious Bite says, "Were you carrying a blood sword?" No. All right, what else, Breakman?
Okay, let's see. I talked about the NPC design. There's another one. I went into a field where I saw these cows, and in this world, the cows have two heads. I saw these cows. I saw like a baby cow.
Do they have cow armor?
No, I don't think so. I went up to the cow. I looked, and I looked at another one. I'm just kind of turning around. I turned back around, and the damn cows were dead. Looking at them, they died. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
What happened is that you accidentally did the penance stare on the cows. The cows have SIDS, apparently.
Must have. So, let's see here. And the other one that I've come across, my favorite one of all these bugs is, the first time I picked the lock, I got an achievement. And according to the achievement, it's for pick 5 locks. And there were a few other things I did where it said, do this 5 times, you get an achievement. I did the first time and got the achievement.
You gotta love easy achievements like that.
I was like, what? Since do it 5 times. I know I didn't do it 5 times. This is the first. I'm not going to complain. I'm taking this.
You Breakman. Okay, I know you got more, but indulge me for just a second. All the times, the different times I played Skyrim, I never encountered one glitch, and I've been through that game at least 3 times.
If you played the game on the PS3, it had a save leak or memory leak issue where the save file would continually get bigger, but the game would start like fucking up.
I almost feel like I've been cheated, Breakman, out of the Skyrim experience. It's like I never got any reverse flying dragons or none of that shit.
Yeah, I expect all this stuff from Bethesda games. So like if I played a game where there weren't glitches, I'd be really weirded out. Like
I was weirded out, man. Like I did play through those games.
If you challenge Bethesda to make a game that's about the glitches, they'd probably accidentally make a game without them.
Yeah. Anna from Canada is in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Hello, I'm here listening when cooking. My husband and my son play video games. I think Sega Genesis, specifically Sonic 2, was my favorite game. I was also happy to have a game console. 100%, Anna. I mean, I think my first, man, I'm older than dirt. My first console, I remember playing Pong, if you can believe that. And then, of course, I got the Atari, and then Nintendo later, way later. But
and it wasn't a video game, but you also remember playing tic-tac-toe on the cave wall.
Fuck you, you son of a bitch. Freak 5 says also next month, second season of Daredevil Reborn is coming, and Jessica Jones will be back for it. Break might like Crystal Project. It's made by a fan of the Final Fantasy series and the job systems from 3.5 and Tactics.
3 and 5.
They would also rather die than talk to Break.
They just brought up jobs, and the other game I've been playing is I turned on the Xbox the other day, I guess 2 days ago, and I was surprised to see that they had another game of the remasters. They added Final Fantasy 2. So I've been playing Final Fantasy 2
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I know how much Frank hates that game, and I don't think there's anything they've done to it to make you not hate that game.
Which one? Final Fantasy 2?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can use the experience boosters to not worry about having to like beat yourself up.
Final Fantasy 2 sucks.
I mean, if you want the higher levels of like for weapons, and you're gonna have to beat each other up at some point. Because
I was gonna say, like, I've already started beating myself up. Like, we're just casting spells on each other while the goblins are sitting watching. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Anna says, I do play Fortnite, though, sometimes. I'm not so terrible at it either. My hiding skills are great. Religious Bite says, I am so old. I loved my Commodore 64. I remember the Commodore 64, but I was too poor to get it. Religious Bites. I wait until end and hide. I win often. That's good, Anna. I mean, just fuck it. Just hide. I mean, hell. Let's see. I think we're caught up.
I've never played it, so you probably whoop my ass.
Yeah, well, she would whip my ass too. I'd never. I mean, like Fortnite, forget it, man. I mean, all right, what else you got? Break.
I mean, really, that's what I've been mostly playing. Has been Fallout.
The funniest thing about Final Fantasy 2 is the final boss could be cheese with the blood sword.
All right.
Say what with the blood sword?
Yeah, if you whack the final boss with the blood sword, it does max damage.
I did not know that.
Yeah. My hubby plays video games. There was a scary game where you have to whisper. I think I played that game, Anna. I don't know, but for some reason, which console, Anna? Because I think that might have been a
whisper into a microphone.
Yeah, I think it was a Switch game where you had to whisper, and I can't remember what it was.
Huh.
Okay. Do you have any reviews, Breakman?
Let me see. What did I? There was a show that came out on Amazon Prime, a video game show back on 24, so it's not that old. It's kind of re-envisioning of various games. Each cartoon's about, let's see, a half hour tops, and that includes credits. Most of them are like about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But it's a wide selection of games. They've got more modern games and old games like Pac-Man and Mega Man are a couple of them. And then there's a bunch of games that are newer that I've never even heard of. But it's really cool. I really like it. Dungeons and Dragons, I think, was the first game they did. Yeah. The first show. It's the first cartoon they did. What's this called? Secret Levels?
I didn't really care for Secret Levels because like they're so short and they're clearly advertisements for something.
Well, it's if they continue what they've done is what I want to see.
It's also got like most of those anthology episodes have like the same art style, and that I kind of wish they were a little bit different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Some of them do seem very similar. I do like that they got some A-list stars to do some of the voice acting for the characters because Arnold Schwarzenegger fits perfectly as that character he voices.
Mm.
And Keanu Reeves, I mean, he's just good at everything. I don't think there's anything. I think if he ever did anything bad, we'd be all in shock, right?
Is there a more beloved AAA actor than Keanu Reeves in the history of Hollywood? Break, because I can't think of any. Like I know Shirley Temple back in the day was pretty much universally loved and stuff like that. But is there any actor that you can think of, modern actor, that's more universally loved than Keanu Reeves? Not only for his humanitarian work, but just how cool he is in general and the movies that he makes. I can't think of not even one. Not one. I really like Keanu Reeves a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of anybody right now. I mean, because everybody, like, I mean, maybe Tom Hanks.
Possibly. I'd rather. I think.
Like, I'm trying like the most famous celebrities. Like I'm trying to think of like Tom Hanks, Beyonce.
Yeah, maybe. Although she wasn't implicated in the Epstein files.
No. No, but it's kind of funny you bring up those Epstein files, and I after I mentioned Beyonce because it was found out in Epstein files. Remember how I talked about Diddy might be worse than Epstein? Epstein considered Diddy to be his number one rival.
What?
Yep,
Weird.
Found that out in these new batch of Epstein releases. So apparently Epstein knew what was going on with Diddy, and he considered him his rival. Like there was a child raping rivalry thing going on.
Wow. Not cool. Not cool at all.
Yeah. Nothing about any of that shit is cool. Just horrible. Anyway.
Yeah, it makes sense, Religious Bite says. I agree. Okay. Let's see. We went the reviews. So what are you giving Secret Levels? break?
It's up and down depending on what you do, which episode it is. Like I really did not get the Pac-Man episode one bit.
Oh, because it was an advertisement for Shadow Labyrinth. That's why.
Mm.
If you don't Shadow Labyrinth, you're like, what's this have to do with Pac-Man?
Okay.
Adam Carmona's in chat. He says most loved celebrity Fatty Arbuckle.
Yeah, when you said that, I was trying to think of the old ones, and I'm like who are the really beloved ones? Like Frank Sinatra, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, Orlando Bloom, because he is Orlando Bloom. Religious Pike says, "Well, that doesn't count, man." Yeah. Well, I guess it does, man. Orlando Bloom seems pretty cool. I don't, but he doesn't seem to be as big as a humanitarian as Keanu Reeves. But all right, let's get you caught
I've
up
seen things that suggest the opposite.
for Orlando Bloom
Yeah.
or Keanu Reeves.
Orlando.
No, well, I don't know. All right, now Stinko's break. We went through ours. And did you know Demond Wilson passed away? Break, better known as Lamont on Sanford and Son.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I did not add that to my Stinkos. I didn't think about it at the time. I did add another celebrity's death to my Stinkos, though.
Catherine O'Hara.
The awesome, great, legendary Catherine O'Hara. Yes.
Yeah. Eric mentioned that one, but
I also mentioned the Japanese voice actor for Majin Buu.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
You do something with that one too.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let's just in no particular order. You know how TikTok, there was a whole plan by Trump to save TikTok, which basically involved selling part of the company to one of his friends. The first action when his friend took over was to, ban what they considered like left-leaning stuff. Things like Epstein became impossible to search for.
What?
Yeah.
Freak Five says there was a bat in our house yesterday. The cats and dog were excited about it. I bet they would be, man. Adam Carmona says, "Rip, you big dummy." Yeah, exactly.
Pretty funny.
All right, what else you got?
Yeah, I don't know if that one's been resolved or not because that one's from a couple weeks ago. I haven't seen anything else. Yeah, there's been another ICE murder. I don't remember if Preddy died before or after our last episode.
Before. So this is the third one. Yeah.
Okay, so there's that one, and we're finding out there was some. Obviously, what was it like? I said 10 last count of how many people died in custody that we know of.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and there's been more because they stopped reporting. They just they're not reporting it at all. They're just locking these people in cages, and we just found out they haven't had health care since October.
Yeah. Regardless of what side of the aisle that you're on, like a lot of these people are not criminals that are in these detention.
Yeah, like 2-year-old kids.
Criminals. Even if these people were like monsters and the shit that they talked about,
I know,
they still deserve fucking health care.
Well, I mean, it's like what Freak was talking about in the Twitch chat. Even if you had a gun, do you deserve to die right away? You know, don't we have due process in this country where, if you had a gun illegally, you go to court, you get arrested or you get ticketed or most likely arrested, you go to jail, you get bonded out. That's usually how it works here. And then
unless you're somebody like Rittenhouse.
Yeah. And then you go to court, and then the courts are supposed to decide whether or not you're guilty or not guilty. And if you're found guilty, then you deserve to go to jail. I mean, that's supposed to. It's not. And by the way, when is the death penalty ever acceptable for carrying a weapon? That's my question. That's
especially in America when it's apparently our Second Amendment right. And we've argued about this many times, and I think the bastardization of a Second Amendment's a lot of our problem, but that's not here or there. It is a part of the Second Amendment, and some states have adopted rules like, the state that's currently happening in, where those two people are murdered, that you can conceal and carry a gun.
Religious Bites says you should not be killed for carrying. I agree.
No, I mean that's especially when it's your right to do that. Not
Yeah.
in a country where we have more guns than people, where these gun manufacturers have fought for the rights that they have.
Yeah.
Despite the human life loss.
Yeah.
It's suddenly we hear Republicans saying the exact opposite. Like, no guns. That's a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
It's not most Republicans. I'm just saying
Hold on.
this
It's
is
not
coming from people on the right.
Listen, Break. It's not Republican. It's the Republican politicians that are at fault for this.
I'm sorry, MAGA Republicans.
Yeah, the far right people that are.
This is the Trump coalition.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are people that are definitely not going to go with it in any way.
Yeah, and I'm not good with it, Break, at all. I'm not good with that at all. I talked about it earlier. Anna says I called my hubby A Quiet Place is the game. Okay, thank you, Anna. I have not played that one, but I did hear that there was some whispering in that because the movie. Politics are so much more up my alley than video games, but I tried. It's all good, Anna. Citizens United must be overturned. I would agree with that. I think we all can agree on that. Yeah, Anna, you're right. But look, Break, on that point, I've been on record several times. I believe in the Constitution. And that includes the Second Amendment, right? We've talked about sensible things that we can do to prevent bad people from getting guns, and they all make sense to me, but totally disregarding someone's life because they have a gun, whether you're Republican or Democrat, I think we can all agree it's bullshit, right? I mean, that's what
was that the reason they killed him? Do we know for sure? Like they saw him, they saw that they had a gun, and that's why they killed him, even though it was at that point removed from his person.
They shot him in the back as well, Breakman. Which, I mean, the talking points after, the talking points after were crazy, man. I mean, they were saying that he was a terrorist. Nothing could have been further from the truth. He was a fucking ICU nurse. I mean, come on, man. Like, you don't even know anything about the guy, and then you
and of course the right's done everything they can to smear both him and Renee Good. There was a video of him about a week earlier, apparently, like he kicked the back rear light of a ICE vehicle or something, and they attacked and beat him up then too.
That I don't think you should be destroying any property or kicking people or property or anything. So he should have been maybe arrested for that, and then
that's not a beating type sentence. That's not a death sentence, for fuck's sake.
Adam says there's a Socialist Rifle Association. Yeah, see, I mean, this is something I think we can all agree on, right? I mean, this is not, I don't know. Religious Bite says the gun looked like it fell out of his pocket. Someone yelled gun, and all of them just opened up. I totally wrong, Religious Bites. I mean, just totally wrong. And in the back, I mean, what the fuck was he? I mean, they were all on top of the dude. I saw the video. You guys saw the videos?
Yeah.
I mean,
so that's what happens when I'm yelled gun, and the others are like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. And by the way, ICE is fucking cowardly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna shoot somebody just because you see a gun. Really? I mean, come on, man. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. I think we can all agree.
Ridiculous. We've got them going to people's homes who have written bad things on like Facebook about Trump.
Well, you know what they're doing in Denver, Breakman? They're putting these cards on people's cars and trying to spread fear.
Oh, the ACES cards?
Yes,
yeah,
the ACE
cards.
That.
Yeah.
And if any of you out there listening think that it's untrue, that it was just a Democrat talking point, it is not. I can 100% verify myself. I've seen the card. So, and I know where it was put, and I know I don't know by who exactly, but it was a masked person that looked an awful lot like an ICE agent, right? And I mean, now there could be a rogue group around dressing like, which is in itself illegal, dressing up like any type
A
of
federal
government
agent.
agency like an FBI or a DEA or even a cop or anything like that. So I'm not
Even a
going to
mailman.
a mailman is right. I'm not going to discount the possibility, but I doubt it very seriously that it was, some, whatever. I think they panicked. They should not have pulled it. I agree. Religious bites, 100%.
There was no call for anything they did. He shouldn't have been on the ground in the first place.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah,
did nothing to them. They just attacked him.
yeah. It was not called for. I mean, he didn't deserve to die. Brakeman is the bottom line. All right, what else you got?
Okay. Next, let's see. Trump is still trying to litigate the 2020 election. To
Well,
the point where he's actually sent the FBI in to
yeah,
Georgia and has them getting voter records with Tulsi Gabbard, whatever God's name she's there. But I
yeah.
mean, I
Freak
guess
Five
neither
said,
one of his lackeys there.
yeah, Freak Five says innocent until proven guilty. 100% Freak Five.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what that fiasco was about, Brakeman. I mean, whatever. I mean,
Still trying to change the results of that because he can't get over the fact he lost. And I think at this point he's so like his mind is so gone he really believes he won 2020.
he's losing a lot of the right too, by the way, Brakeman. He
Especially
is
when he's
losing.
saying no guns. Like
Yeah.
when he said that, like they're like, what the fuck? In this latest thing that he did, a lot of people even on the right were upset. And the latest thing, this is at the bottom of my list, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. It's posting a blatantly racist meme for fuck's sake. Like, can we please stop all the he's not a racist arguments? I mean, if you don't think he's a racist, it's because you don't know you're a racist too.
Yeah, well, or either you have the same thoughts.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You like the people who don't think he's a racist, or because they're too ignorant to realize that they are also racist.
Adam says the devil went down to Georgia. I mean,
It's Tulsi Gabbard the devil. I mean, she kind of.
Or they're just brain broken to the point where they
And
can't
you know
even
what's funny is
responsibility for their own bullshit.
You know what's funny is Tulsi Gabbard actually, she had a lot, like before she became full on Trump associate, she had a lot of good things to say, and she just totally betrayed all of that, man. It was very, very disappointing.
Well,
all right,
she's got a 100% turnover rate with her staff.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like apparently she's getting crazier and crazier.
They're all getting crazy, man. I mean, fuck, man. All right, what else you got?
I mean, some of the things we've seen, like Scott Bassett arguing, for God's sakes.
Oh my God, don't get me started on Scott Bessent, man. For those who don't know, Scott Bessent is a gay man married to his husband. He has kids, and he lives in South Carolina. And South Carolina amended their constitution to not include gay people. So I don't know how that works for you, Scott Bessent. It's really weird. All right, keep going.
Next we have, let me see here. Oh, Trump wants to do something with the housing prices. We've talked about how homeless people and one of the biggest obstacles to homelessness is the price of housing.
Yes.
So, what would Trump do though to counteract that? Obviously, he wants to raise housing prices.
Of course, why not, man?
Because he thinks anybody who doesn't if they don't own a home, they are just not working hard enough. According to him, that's where his words.
Adam, I agree. She's out there, man. He says she's in a Hare Krishna offshoot cult. I'm beginning to believe that. I thought that was conspiracy shit at first, Adam, but I'm beginning to think more and more that might be true. Where there's smoke, there's fire. All right, continue, Brakeman.
Well, here's one you and me were dead right about, and we talked about the Melania documentary. We both said we thought it was going to be a hit. And it's the biggest documentary in 19 fucking years.
What do you mean? The biggest flop?
Release. No, biggest release.
Oh, yeah, but it flopped.
It's a hit.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
By movie standards, it doesn't. It's going by documentary standards. It's the biggest documentary release in 19 years.
Brakeman. They put a marketing budget. Amazon put a marketing budget of $75 million. You know how much it made?
That's Amazon's problem.
I know, but you know how much it brought in? $9 million worldwide.
Right, and that was on a $4 million budget.
Oh, no.
I think Brink's saying documentaries.
No, you got to count. Breakman, you have to count the marketing budget with that too. It's an absolute abject failure. If it had done it on its own without that 75 million Amazon backing, it would have. If it would have done it on its own, it would have been a big hit. But absolutely not. They paid Melania $25 million for that movie. Breakman, 25.
Okay, so I'm googling it, and it says Melania movie has been described as both a box office hit and a flop.
Yep.
It's got a 99% critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Ugh. So overall, the performance is subjective. Jesus. Okay.
This is interesting. Religious Bite says I'm currently lobbying state legislator over a Fourth Amendment violation. They passed a law that you have to get your license scanned for any tobacco or alcohol. Scanned into where? The law is to stop the sale of alcohol to drunk drivers. What's that got to do with me? Is my attitude. I don't want my license in all these. I agree with you, Religious Bites, and they do the same thing here in Colorado for weed purchases. Where is that information going? You should probably look in. I might help you with that, Religious Bites, because I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I think you should look into the laws in Colorado, and it might help you in your endeavor. Fabdriz says 40 million. It didn't make no 40 million, Fabdriz. Was that worldwide? Maybe. Hold on, I'll look it up here.
Okay, so depending on how you look at it, we're both right. This is the most
we're both right.
I've ever seen.
We're both
I don't know how this is fucking bizarre.
Yeah, we're both right. So worldwide, it's made 11 million now. The updated numbers, it's 11. Internationally, check this out. It's made $161,000 internationally.
Good. Okay, so fuck her. So we can say we were right and wrong on that one then. Next, I'm going to move on to the outside of what's been going on with Washington. Half the country has been frozen fucking over for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And for us, we're not even expecting to get out of it until like this coming week.
And you know what's funny, Breakman? Here in Denver, where people think that we're always in 6 feet of snow, it's been like 65, sunny, nice. I mean, totally highly unusual for this time of year. Just today, it was 22 degrees warmer than the normal high.
Wow, that's
really
crazy.
weird. Yeah. All right, what else?
Of course, now we have people arguing like Trump himself, like, "Oh, where's that global warming at?" And I'm like, "God damn it, you fucking!"
Stop with that shit, man. I mean, just look at the science. That's it. Don't listen to anybody.
What it means is what it means with the planet getting warmer is that we're going to have more severe weather. So that means that it doesn't mean we're going to stop having blizzards. It means we're going to have worse blizzards.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Global warming is just a byproduct of climate change.
Yeah. That's it.
But you can't.
When people think of global warming, they're actually thinking of climate change.
I don't understand why people think that's a huge political talking point, because it isn't. This should be something we're all concerned with, right? I mean,
Well, the right-wing media has convinced the lower intelligent people that people like Greta Thunberg are this big threat to them and such like that. That she's just this moronic kid who doesn't know anything, and that you should trust the billionaires and not the scientists. And that the scientists told us that we were going to be living underwater by 2020, and we're not. No, they did not say that.
That's not what they said. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Break. What else you got, man?
Okay, next, Stinko.
Well, it's more likely that all the bacteria that's being kept in that ice is going to kill us first.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's why you can't drink glacial water, Eric, because there's a lot of things that can make you sick. Oh, Melania was paid 40 million, Fab.
Oh, not just bacteria, gases too.
I heard 25 million, Fabdriz, but it could have been 40 million.
It's all a scam just to pay her.
Perhaps even radiation.
Yeah. All right. What else you got?
Oh, I didn't put it on here, but Trump's suing, us. He's suing the American government for $10 billion.
Oh, no, he settled. I don't know what the number was.
Oh, they settled. It happened today? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they settled. So, yeah, we got ripped off for however much money they paid. Probably $1 billion, I'm guessing, Breakman, they settled for.
I fucking hate this country right now.
Dude, I'm telling you.
This is the stupidest fucking country I've ever lived in.
I don't hate this country. I just hate the the fucking political climate.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got, Break?
Okay, let me see here. There were a bunch of Epstein files that were released, apparently for the purpose of damaging the victims, including releasing naked pictures of the little girls. They left like some of their names out there, barely redacted them and information. So they've been pulling these files back now, but like they've had these files for years. There's no fucking excuse for this other than them doing it on purpose to hurt women.
Yeah. Anna, for me, it's a disrespect for us Canadians that we didn't deserve. We won't forget that. He likes Putin more than our prime. Here's the thing, Anna. Let's separate everything here, okay? I can't stand the politicians of this country. None of them. I don't care who they are, whether it's Bernie Sanders, who's you put it very succinctly when we talked about this, Anna. Bernie Sanders is like middle of the road. We should be thinking more progressively towards people, more so than even Bernie Sanders, right? And I'm not saying you have to be a far leftist, extremist, lefty. I'm just thinking that we should start thinking about people more than politicians, more than corporations,
right,
and more than the oligarchs in this country. That's my stand.
The problem is the left is ran by the probably most conservative person in Washington right now.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anybody more conservative than Schumer?
Yeah. Oh God, man. Dude, look, I've said it before, Breakman. The politicians want everybody. I know I don't mean you, religious bites. I know you said you're in the middle of politics, and that's the correct way of being. That's kind of how I am. I want to hear
people but the people who say they're centrists really aren't.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee that all of us, right?
Oh, Johnny Blueface here.
Hold on, Eric. I know Anna leans left. I'm not a centrist. I don't like being centrist because we've seen how far right stuff is working for us now. I can't imagine what far left shit would do. I don't want to be in the middle though. I want to be for the people. I want a government for the people, right? I don't want a government that's either for the right or the left. I want a government that's for all people. And we don't get that. You know what we get? We get a government that cares about their pockets. And I'm talking about just the politicians, not the American people's pocket. Because when Trump came out with his big, beautiful bill, if you don't believe me, just look at it, right? Look at the big, beautiful bill. Tell me where the tax cuts went. They all, and I'm not talking about the sunsetting ones, right? Because there were a few little tiny concessions for middle class Americans, which there's not much of a middle class anymore, right? The almost all of the permanent, as a matter of fact, all of the permanent tax cuts went to the very wealthy. Period.
And it's crazy to me that they've convinced people that this is for everyone's benefit.
It's not. It's not.
But the Republican media has convinced people that it is. The Republican politicians have convinced their voters that we give tax breaks to the billionaires and they'll hire more people.
Yeah.
That's not what happens.
Yeah.
Bezos has just fired a bunch of people, and he's about to fire a bunch more people from the Post.
Anna,
I got a huge tax break.
Yeah, sorry. I know. It gets me heated too, Breakman. Anna, I want to make something very clear. The American people as a whole love the Canadian people, right? And I think that, and also to our neighbors to the south, the Mexican people, I think we all love collectively and I know Canada's people love the Mexican people. Do you see kind of a trend here? We all love each other as people. But when you get into politics, the politics is what divides, right? That's what really pisses me off. I'm not upset with the American people for wanting change in this country, right? I'm upset at the American people for supporting a racist piece of shit like Trump. And if you don't believe me, and I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, but I knew who Trump was when he put out a full-page ad in the New York Times calling for the execution of the Central Park Five, which in itself is racist, right? And still to this day thinks that they all should be executed because he feels that they did something. Now we're talking about thought crimes. And as a First Amendment guy, and as a guy who believes in the Constitution, I don't believe in thought crimes. Okay, just because somebody thinks of something does not mean that they actually did something. All right, so bullshit on that, and fuck it, is what I'm gonna say. What's up, Keeper? Nice to have you here. All right, what else you got, Break?
Okay, next we have the young people. Apparently, they were deporting people for being pro-Palestine. College
Oh
students.
boy. Oh boy.
I don't know what else to say. It's just gotten fucking bonkers.
Hey, Freak Five, if you're saying anything in the Twitch chat, I apologize. My chat's not working on my phone here.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were
Yeah,
done.
go ahead, Break.
I was going to say, to avoid some of the prosecution and some of the laws that they're trying to enforce in Minneapolis, they have been abducting people and immediately shipping them to Texas.
Not good. Not good.
And of course, Texas is going to cooperate all they can.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Look at who is in chat.
Except I do have one other thing. I do see that. I was reading what he was saying.
Wyland. Wyland's in Twitch chat. What's up, Wyland?
Oh, he missed the wrestling game. He would have had fun with that, I think.
Oh, you would have had tons of fun. We did a whole game night with the wrestling motif. Wyland, you were in it. You didn't win, but
that's my fault, probably.
Anna says, I know, I adore most American people. The Mexican leader is a great woman. You're talking about Scheinbaum. She really is. I hope she makes some inroads with the cartels there and, makes things better for everybody, Anna. All right. What else you got?
Yeah, and I hope Trump doesn't go down there.
No, I hope not either, man. He's talking about invading Mexico, which is...
Yeah. Right now, he seems focused on Iran, so it seems like right now he's kind of distracted from that. But he won't go back to mentioning it.
By the way, I thought you were supposed to go to Congress if you wanted to declare war on somebody. I lost. Wyland says shenanigans. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay, only Bernie.
I think my 20-side die was rigged. I'm sorry.
It was rigged, man. Every time Break would roll, what did you roll? Like a 4, like 10 times in a row or some shit, man. It's weird. Keeper, speaking of Bernie, we gotta move along here because I really gotta get a move on. What do you got else, Break, on Stinkos?
One last Stinko, and this stays, of course, with ICE. They're currently with that BB bill that gave them a lot of funding. They're currently building are working on building several more internment camps.
Yeah, I know. It's a sad thing. I never thought we'd have internment camps while I was alive, but here we are. Here we are.
I thought we'd learned, at least from fucking as recent as World War II. I thought we'd learned this.
Yeah, the Japanese internment camps. We didn't learn our lesson then, I guess. It's just it's shameful. It really is shameful. And history will look at it as shameful too. I do believe, right? Religious Fight says that's why they police act. What were you trying to say there? Religious Fights. I don't quite understand your. Anna says if Japan calls in the debt, the U.S. is in big trouble. Anna, they will never do that. I am 100%. I saw a video, and China, Japan, Europe owns trillions of debt with the United States, but they know better not to do that. They will never do that. Trust me on this. They won't do it because it'll cause mass panic the globe worldwide, and it would not be good for any of the globe.
They threatened to do it earlier within his term. That was one of the things that stopped him from one of the moves he was going to do.
Yep. Freak 5 says, Frank, don't you mean again in your lifetime? They stopped by for the like passing through. Thank you, Sandra. Really appreciate that for sure. 100%. Thank you.
Not just once, but he's survived the fall of Rome, World War II, World War I.
You son of a bitch! You're exiled too, Break, man. God damn it. All right, is that all your Stinkos?
Yeah, that's all my Stinkos.
All right, do you have any Sweetos?
I do have one Sweeto. Donald Trump in his mental decline forgot the word Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. Oh man. And then Eric did his already, right? With Dragon Ball, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is Bernie got yet another promotion. So now check this out, y'all. She's an executive, which
Ooh.
how does that pertain to RP Grinders and the MLH channel and all that? It does, because I have been tasked with basically being her assistant and basically being her assistant and chauffeur. So there will be some weeks that I cannot do Grinders or the main channel or anything like that. So MLH just called Bernie a cap. I'm not gonna do that. I have to be her chauffeur, man. Ooh,
I
does
feel
she
like
have to wear a tie? Keeper says no. She does not have to wear a tie,
she
but
doesn't
she
have to
can
wear
wear.
anything.
She can
Whoops.
wear. Yeah, she can just go nude if she wants, man. I mean, fuck. I mean, no. So I will have to make arrangement. I'm gonna try to be here for every show. You guys know that, but and I am gonna take a. How dare you, Freak Five? You're exiled again, you son of a bitch. Less Frank on the show. How dare you? No, but I'm gonna take my computer and my mic with me, whether we're up in Wyoming or Arizona, whatever. We'll be flying different places at various times, and I mean, if I have Wi-Fi, we'll have a show. If we don't, then Eric and Break will probably record in RP Grinders and get it out to you guys at some point. So there you go. All right. Let's move on to we got a driver's seat to do. I'm not gonna play the you know what? In honor of I'm gonna do this again, Breakman. In honor of Demond, Lamont, you big dummy. I'm gonna play the Sanford intro for
I like that one.
and another reason is I get demonetized every time I play the driver's seat song, man. So here we go. All right, it's driver's seat time. Eric, it's Eric's turn to do the driver's seat. You have a very interesting question for us, Eric. What is your question for all of us here?
So my question is, what are some of the bad habits you see from gamers that you wish they wouldn't do and get over?
I wished Freak Five would stop playing video games altogether. And no, I'm just kidding. No, that's a good question, Eric. Break, you want to go first?
Okay, say that question again.
Yeah, say it again.
What are some bad habits you see gamers do that you wish they wouldn't?
Bad habits they do.
Everybody in the Twitch chat is exiled.
It's like it could be like critique or just like other certain behaviors that just piss you off.
Oh, well, I could think of online behavior. Like, there's so many fucking racists. I don't. It's one of the reasons I didn't think Kamala ever had a chance, really, because there's just so many fucking racists in this country.
You're talking about? Oh yeah.
I mean, and gamers especially. Like, it seems to be a part of our community, just a large chunk of just fucking racists.
Yeah. That's something that I was gonna say as well, Breakman. Talking about bad gaming habits. I remember when Halo came out. That was like the big thing, right? And part of the reason that anyone that kills me, religious spite saying, just saying, part of the reason that I stopped playing video games for a short time was because of the online hate with Halo. And it very specifically, it was kids, like young kids, like I'm talking anywhere between 9 and 16.
And it wasn't just the Halo; it was basically any online game.
No,
I mean, Call of Duty, especially when that came out, it just
but I'm just talking about my experience and why.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And why I stopped. No, it's okay.
Because I played all those online games. It didn't matter what game you were in. There was always some fucking racist kid.
So I got really frustrated because obviously I wasn't ever any good at first person shooters other than like campaign setting games I could eventually get my way through a Halo or a Call of Duty or something like that. But the problem was online, and that's what really turned me off of online gaming. I just stopped playing any online game, and because of the racism. It wasn't that I couldn't handle it. I mean, I'm I'm a Mexican, so I listened to this shit growing up. It didn't. I mean, I let it roll off my shoulders because it was just common practice, right? Like you just grew up knowing, or at least I did, and I can't imagine how it was for somebody like Freak Five, um, or any black people for that matter. I mean, it had to have been way worse, but I can just speak to my own experience, and I just learned to let that type of shit roll off of my shoulders, right? But when I got to be an adult and I got into like online gaming and stuff, like that's the shit that really turned me off.
Right.
That's the shit that made me think that I don't like online gaming at all. And to this day, I don't play online games, and that's one of the main reasons. If you go, even to this day, I've seen people play games online to this day. And yeah, it's gotten a little bit better because of filters and the way Xbox handles things and PlayStation, etc. But it's still pretty bad. It's a cesspool.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. When I want to play a game, I don't want to be berated. I dealt with that growing up, right? I don't need it anymore. I'm an adult. I want to When I play video games, I want to escape from reality. I don't I don't need to be put right back into that place where people were hateful. I
Yeah.
mean, I want to be the one taking out a little bit of aggression on fake characters in video games. I just don't need that shit. So for me, I agree with you 100%, Breakman. My answer to your question, Eric, is the racist tropes that people use while online gaming. And it's really easy because it's like the keyboard warrior thing online, right? When you make a comment, nobody really knows who you are. I'm sure they could track you down or whatever, but why bother? You know, um, it just gives people a free license to either A, be assholes, or B, be who they really are. And that's why I hate online gaming. I don't like it, and I won't do it anymore. Even to just turn off because I mean, there's nothing exciting about online gaming if you turn off. I mean, and you can't hear what other people are saying. What is the real point of that? You know what I mean? So I just stopped. And that was the main reason why. That's a habit that you know, from a gamer's perspective, Eric, that's my thing as well. And Breakman, I think you hit the nail on the head, man. It's one of the reasons why I think gaming takes a big hit. Anna says it's kind of scary, to be honest.
I mean, there's a
I
reason I
agree,
stopped
it
using the
is.
microphone for the most part. Like I used to have a microphone on all the time, but it was like, you little N-word, you motherfucker, son of a bitch, cunt. Like, what did the? How old are you? What did you just say to me? What?
Yep.
Where are your parents at?
Yeah.
Oh my god! And I read stories about that, like or no, oh, that's what it was. It was a podcast by I think it was Major Nelson. He was interviewing one of the Xbox lead, Xbox Live lead, and he was talking about some of the things he would hear kids say, and he would ban them, and then the parents would come in and argue and fight with them, try and get the kids' accounts back.
Yeah. Yeah. Anna says like Roblox. My son is 12. Yeah, Anna, you got to be very diligent.
My parents don't, or my sister's don't let their kids play Roblox at all because
Yeah.
of the predatory nonsense going on with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that can happen in any game, really. It's Roblox gears towards kids, so predators are going to gear towards that. It's just
Yeah. I mean, that is a big time
Well,
thing.
it's not just like playing a co-op game. Some predators come online. It's their manipulation when it comes to like giving them money and stuff like that.
ugh, God. No, I was just saying like it's going to draw that kind of thing just because and knowing that that's where kids go, like the predators are going to go there too.
Yeah. We don't either, Anna said.
But
Yeah.
for my part of the conversation, I wasn't talking so much about online behaviors, but like behaviors I've seen of people online when it comes to critiquing of video games. Like I saw someone in a Discord channel complaining about how they miss linear gaming from the aughts, and how RPGs have too much narrative, and how it all started with Metal Gear Solid 4. And like I play video games for story, but like I feel like there's a big split between gamers, and I think there's unfortunately too many on one side, and that's the divide versus ludotology and then narratology. Narratology is more about story, and I play RPGs for the story. If you're complaining about RPG being too long and not having enough gameplay, like why do you even here? Go back and play Donkey Kong or something. instead.
Yeah, that's a great point, Eric, for sure. I mean, people that complain
And,
that game,
and they complain like if I wanted to like get a novel's worth of narrative, I'd read a book. But these are the type of people that probably typically don't read books anyway.
yeah, that's a good point. Here's a throwback. Bobby Blackwolf used to say it all the time. Gamers hate everything, and
No, it's just the gamers don't know what they want, and
I
they
know.
think
Eric,
they know what they want, and then
Eric,
they complain when they don't get what they think
you
they
should,
want.
Eric, you should really let me finish my point before you interrupt. Um, I know what you're saying, Eric, but what I was saying is gamers hate everything, and it's not exactly true, right? We all love certain things about video games, otherwise we wouldn't be playing them. But it seems like the complaints ratchet up over all the most menial, trivial things, like a game being too long. Ooh, a fun video game that's too long or too repetitive. Oh, or here's another one, Eric. Um, a sequel to a game that just does the same thing that great first game did. If
Yeah,
it ain't,
sorry, but
if it,
if you wanted something new, then why you complain when it's new? And if you wanted the old thing again, just play the old thing.
everybody in Twitch chat is exiled again, you fuckers. um, um, you know, so that argument, you remember, Eric, a long time ago. We've been doing this show forever, it seems. And Breakman, I think you were there too at the time when we were talking about Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. The biggest criticism of Digital Devil Saga 2 was the fact that it was too much like the first game. And I was like, well, first of all, it came out roughly, I think it actually came out less than a year than the first one.
Well,
So
that's because it was originally supposed to be one big game. They couldn't
that's
do
what
that,
I'm
so they
saying.
split it into two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So first of all, that says to me that they had too much content to put on one disc, so they made it a 2-game thing. And of course, it's going to be a lot of the same.
That's what they did with the first Trail of the Sky game.
Yeah, and it was a great game. I mean, I wish they would come out with that one. They came out with Nocturne for the PS4, and
I think it's going to happen eventually. I think they want to get through Ryo first.
Yeah, Ryo. Yeah, I got that one too, and I think I bought it on the Switch. If I'm not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a Ryo 2 announcement at the next Direct.
I would love to see a Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 announcement. That would be great. But all right, any other thoughts, Breakman, on the question?
Like I can think of things that used to annoy me when I'd go play on online games. Like at first, like when I first started playing, I'd hate like the campers and I'd hate the people that just jump and stuff like that. So I learned to do what they did. And it's, once I learned how they played and such like that, it didn't come much of a problem.
Breakman is double exiled, by the way. Son of a bitch.
I was kind of freak. I watched a movie called Crack-Coon this week. It was horrible but entertaining.
But back to my people that were complaining about the length of games. They're also complaining about. I also see people that complain about. Damn, now I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Oh, well.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we should wrap things up because I do have to go get Bernie here in a few. But we've got lots to say and lots to talk about. And we'll see you guys next week for sure. All right, let's do our plugs.
I'm too tired, I guess, to process brain anymore.
It's all good, man. Breakman, your plug, sir.
Oh, what is this? GOG has announced to launch Final Fantasy 9, 8, and Final Fantasy 3 for remake. Oh, I'm just reading today's news. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You already talked about that. I'm gonna have to go check.
Yeah, they're all on GOG now.
Awesome. I like hearing that. Okay, anyway, so you can follow me at the Breakman on Blue Sky, where I'm probably bitching about Trump. Yeah, that's probably about it.
All right. Eric.
You can find my written reviews on BostonBashBrigade.com. That's all old stuff. But if you want the new stuff, you got to go to the RSS feed podcast. That's RPGrinders.podbean.com. And if you like either of those things and you want to support me and you want to try to convince me to start writing again, maybe I'll be incentivized if you can give me as little as $1 per month. And it'll also help me, potentially get at least one game a month if I can get enough subscribers.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Make sure you help out Eric a little bit, man. He works really hard to do. He put up 3 reviews on the feed, so make sure you check those out and support Eric on Blue Sky. He, like you said, his Patreon's on there. If he could get a little bit of support, he could probably put out more reviews for us, which would be awesome.
The handle is at EricRPG at Blue Sky or Mastodon. If you go to
Mastodon.
Mastodon.
At EricRPG on Blue Sky and Mastodon. Okay. You could catch me tomorrow on the MLH comment show where there were some spicy comments. Anna, don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be fun. What else? And that's about it. Check out the MLH channel, Mexican Long Hair channel. Always interesting stuff there. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And that's all I got, gentlemen. Great show. All right. That's all we got. Gentlemen, anything else before we leave with the Sanford and Son intro or outro?
Then I won't interrupt. I'm just going to talk now. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Breakman. Might as well, you son of a bitch. All right, that's all we got. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
You big dummy.
You
big dummies.
You big dummy, Lamont. We'll see y'all.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. All right, everybody. See you next week.
Got full of harmony. Harmonize.
Go. Break is the all-time worst harmonica player.